Hey everybody, my name is Soraya. I wanted to talk to you today about one of my favorite vegetables, fennel, sometimes also called anise. It's amazing. It's absolutely one of my favorites, but a lot of people look at it at the grocery store and they don't know what it is, or they don't know what it tastes like, or when they do get it, they don't know how to cook it or cut it. So I'm going to explain all of that to you. It's really, really, really good. So the first thing I want to talk to you about though is how to shop for it. So there's two ways that you can buy it. You can buy it by the pound or by the bulb, and one of these is a bulb. I got a couple this morning at a local Asian grocery store, and when you buy them, sometimes you'll see this green top part is actually not edible, okay? So you'll see them with these huge long green stalks just as they grow, which is fine, it's not harmful, but if you're paying by the pound, and they still have the stalks attached, it's just going to raise the price a little bit, which may or may not be a factor for you. So these ones were $1.19 a bulb, which is ridiculously cheap. I don't think I've ever seen fennel that cheap. I think that I have paid before at Whole Foods like upwards of maybe $4 a bulb or something like that for some really nice kind of organic stuff. But the price pretty wildly varies. So again, if you're definitely trying to save money or just being conscious of not overpaying for your produce, which I try not to do, you want to make sure that you're paying by the bulb, or get a grocery store like this that has cut off a lot of the mass of the green inedible part. Okay, so I'm going to tilt the camera down and we're going to talk about how to cut it and how to prepare it. So let's see, I'll straighten the camera out. Okay, there we go, a little bit. All right, so the first thing you want to do is cut this green part off. It doesn't taste very good. It's not really worth eating at all. So you want to cut all that off. So you're going to end up with just something that looks like this. And it's okay if you have a little bit of the green stuff, but again, it doesn't taste very good. So the second thing is there's this bottom round circle that you can see. It's a little bit harder. You don't want to eat that either, so we're just going to cut that part off. It's pretty easy, and we can throw that aside. So these ones, there's a little bit of some browning on the outer part of this. That doesn't bother me. If that bothers you, you can feel free to cut it off. It's just not that big of a deal to me. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to cut it down the middle so you can see the cross section of it. So let me get this up on the camera. This triangle in the middle of the fennel bulb itself is not edible. So you're going to cut that out. You want to remove that so that when you cut it up, you're not getting, like it's a little bit harder in texture and it just doesn't taste very good. So we're going to cut that out. And all you do is take your knife point and kind of make a V incision, and it should pop right out. Okay, so it looks like that, and you can throw that to the side. So you want to do that on both sides. I'll show you what that looks like. Whoops. On the other side, again, kind of a V incision right there. Oops, I didn't get all of it. Let me get a little bit more. There we go. All right. So now that that part is completely out, you can throw that away. So what you're left in each bulb head, what you're left with is two parts like this. So then you can see once that kind of V bottom is out, that's holding it together. You can see that it comes apart in layers, almost like an onion. So you can just chop this really any way you want after that. I'll show you how I do it. I like to just lay it down and chop it across so that you get these sections that look like that. It has the consistency of maybe somewhere in between an onion and a piece of celery. It does kind of remind me of celery, but you'll get, a little bit like layers of pieces. So you can just cut it all up, let's see, all the way to the top. And there's one half. We'll cut the other half real quick just to show you what a full cut bulb looks like. Then you can go ahead and throw it in a pan and cook it just like you would if you were going to pan sear, again, an onion or some celery or something like that. My favorite way to cook it is just very simply with a little bit of olive oil, some salt and some pepper, maybe a little bit of garlic, and that's it. So that is your introduction to a fennel. On this side, pre-cut. On this side, cut. So toss it into a pan, cook it up a little bit, and enjoy it. I eat it on, well, you can eat it by itself. So you can, buy a couple different bulbs and have it as a side vegetable, which is delicious. It's got a really earthy, really delicious flavor. One of my favorite things to do is to cook a lot of this in bulk, maybe 4 or 5 bulbs at a time, and then sprinkle it on a salad. So cook it, cool it, and then put it on a salad like for the next day. You can put it as a side to fish, chicken, really anything. It's a pretty versatile vegetable, and when you do it with just some simple salt and pepper and some olive oil, it tastes really delicious. So that is a fennel. I will talk to you guys soon. If you love fennel and you've used it, I'd love to hear what you use it on or how you cook it or where you buy it. So comment below if you like this video and you want to share one of my favorite vegetables with your friends. Then go ahead and click share, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.